Hi, welcome. My name is Nicole, and I am here with another message. I want to speak to the children of God, the people of God, because one of the biggest reasons believers stay bound in spiritual cycles is this: a lack of discernment. Not prayer, not church attendance, not even gifting, discernment. Hebrews 5 and 14 says that, or talks about how a mature believer have their senses trained to discern good and evil. Discernment is not suspicion. It is not paranoia. It is not being judgmental. It is spiritual perception. It is seeing beyond words, beyond charisma, beyond presentation. Here's where many believers get trapped. We take words at face value. We accept actions at surface level. We move because something sounds good. But the Spirit of God is saying to test it, pray over it, most importantly, take it back to God. 1 John 4 and 1 says, "Beloved, do not believe every spirit, but test the spirits whether they are of God, because not every opportunity is divine. Not every compliment is pure. Not every open door is from heaven." And hear this clearly: just because something feels good does not mean it came from God. And just because something feels uncomfortable does not mean it didn't. Sometimes God's will feels like pruning. John 15 and 2, Jesus says that every branch that bears fruit, the Father prunes so it can bear more fruit. Pruning doesn't feel good. Testing doesn't look good. Obedience doesn't always sound good to your flesh, but it is God. Here's the key: discernment protects you from spiritual bondage. Because many believers are bound not by demons, but by misalignment, by partnerships God never ordained, by agreements they never prayed over, by words they accepted without testing. If you are easily persuaded, easily flattered, easily offended, easily rushed, you will be easily deceived. But when you cultivate discernment, you move slower, you respond less emotionally, you pray more, you speak less, you stop reacting and start perceiving. Ask yourself this: did I pray about this? Did I seek God's confirmation? Or did I just move because it felt right? Because the enemy doesn't always show up looking evil. Sometimes he shows up looking helpful, opportunistic, charismatic. But discernment sees through the mask. And here's the encouragement: discernment grows with intimacy. The more time you spend with God, the more familiar you become with his voice. And when you know his voice, you recognize when something isn't him. So stop moving on impulse. Stop judging by appearance. Stop assuming every hardship is punishment. Develop discernment, because what looks good isn't always God, and what looks bad isn't always the enemy. Sometimes it's a test, and discernment will tell you the difference. Now, if this message spoke to you, I encourage you to start praying for discernment daily, not just blessings. Because blessings without discernment can become bondage. Now, I pray that this word helps someone. And until next time, you have a good one.